day one से were you getting money for what you were building?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
But I would often say it's a luck also. It's not that it was, because a lot of times it won't happen. So you cannot use that as a, this, the day one se cheeze hona is not your, it cannot be your benchmark to start things with.
so because I'm asking you this question because you're a CA as well, so how should, say, climate startups, how should they look at profitability?
It is not the holy grail. It's not the most impossible thing, but it is also not the most essential thing. So you have to see, do you have to be a for-profit startup in climate tech? That's also a question. So I think there are some fundamental questions to ask. And you have to take a step back and see abhi tak hua kya hai. So you can learn from history. I often say, as I said, history mein jiyo mat, but history se seekho. You have seen a world from last 250 years doing certain things and you are here today. Now, if you don't want those things to be repeated, so you have to question the fundamentals. You shouldn't build on whatever the existing knowledge is. You should sometimes say, maybe these existing knowledge itself is wrong. So do I have to be a for-profit startup? Not necessary. You can actually be, say, you can go out and say, in climate tech, to be a B Corp, which is in US, which is, where you do more of public benefit rather than private benefit. Those startups are really acceptable because they know our goal is not just profit. Our goal is in addition to. Profit is one of the goals. And I think that is the first requirement, that you should decide कि मुझे actually में किस तरह से चलानी है चीज़ें. You could be a not-for-profit. Not-for-profits are seen very negatively in India. We see it more of as an activism thing. That is not true. A lot of things. You consume milk, when you consume Amul, you don't think that it's a NGO, right? It's a cooperative. You can be cooperative, you could be producer companies, and you could still be doing some fundamentally awesome work. So you have to be honest कि अलग अलग तरीक़ों से अप्रोच करना है. प्रॉफिट बहुत अच्छी चीज़ें हो बिकॉज इट गिव्स यू थोड़ा सा हेडरूम मिल जाता है अगर आपके मार्जिन्स हैं टू डू थिंग्स ऑन इन योर ओन वे. अगर आपके मार्जिन्स है ही नहीं, then you are always dependent on external funding to do what you are doing today, which in a way can limit your learning curve. It could limit your learning process. It could limit your experimentations.